Hi guys, my name is Emily. I live in Connecticut in a small area called Groton that is near the sub base, right by the water. So I guess kind of cool in some parts and not so cool in others. But anyway, um, so a little bit about me. I graduated in 2006 with my bachelor's in psychology. Um, I have worked in many different capacities in the field from then to now. I, I worked on an acute unit for a little while. I worked for the Department of Children and Families for a little bit. I've worked in group homes. Um, One of the group homes was for adolescent females that were on parole. That was kind of cool. And I've also worked in our PHP program around here, which is a partial hospital program. What else? So recently, I just ended my job with ICAPS, which is an in-home program, and now I am doing the internship, and I am working part-time per diem in our RTFT program, which is for reunification for families that have had their children taken away by DCF. Um, so that's about me. My placement is with the Groton Public School System in their special education department. So I was very lucky. I guess because I was born and raised in the same area, I have quite a few contacts in the field, and a woman that I know pretty well is now one of the supervisors for the special education department. So I gave her a call and asked her if we could work something out. So kind of my drive to do what I'm doing right now as far as my internship and to see if it's what I really want to be doing when I, get my degree and get out in the field is I feel like in all the different placements that, I just talked about as far as my work experience, I feel like there's always a disconnect between where the children are and what's going on with them and then their environment. Because I feel like you can have a kid in an acute unit or you can have a kid that's in a group home. And if you're doing all this fantastic, awesome work, med management, whatever the case may be, and then you send that kid back to the same environment, that kid more than likely is going to end up back in some sort of placement or, institution or whatever the case may be because no work has been done in any of those settings with the family or the environment or anything to cause change. So, sort of, I guess, my long-term career goal is to end up being able to help bridge that gap. And I'd like to be able to do that in a school setting. So I'd like to be able to work on bridging that gap between school and home, where that disconnect is. So my placement right now is working with the special education kids in the school system in their transition program. So they have the program for kids that are once they've graduated from high school, but maybe aren't ready to enter our quote unquote real world. There's a special transition program that the public school system in our area anyway is trying to really push to not use outside agencies and have it all be in-house. Um, so right now, our district has ordered what they're calling, I think it's life-centered education is the program. So we haven't actually gotten it yet, but once that we have it, I'm going to be the one going through it and figuring out what works, what doesn't work. I reached out recently to get some online job shadowing videos so we can use that with our kids to really just do some real life stuff with them and get them ready. The other piece that we talked about that I'm really hoping that I'm going to be able to utilize in this placement is some of these families that don't realize that there's a lot of services available to them, whether they're free or not, don't even know that they exist. So I want to be able to put together like a packet, I guess, of information of things of if you want to reach out to these things, that's awesome, reach out to them. But also being culturally sensitive and whatever else you want to call it, to if you don't want to reach out to it, that's totally fine too. But here they are, if you throw them away, or if you choose to call me back and get more information, I'm here. Um, and so far, it seems like all of that is fully supported and very welcome because right now they're so understaffed that that's just not an option. Um, so sort of long story short, my placement is giving me quite a bit of freedom to put together all of these things, to be able to to be able to work with the kids and sort of running some of the assessments and figuring out where their needs really fall, and then making sure I'm helping them get together the things that they need to be able to be successful. So, what did I talk about? So my field instructor her name is Lori, and she has a social work background herself, which is pretty cool because actually the school system is working really hard to try and shift away from the traditional black and white school lens of kiddo did this, let's flip through the book, this is the consequence, to putting on that social work lens of let's find out what the function behind that behavior was and work with the kid or the family and help them rather than just consequencing them. So anyway, I'm super excited and I'm excited to go through this with all of you and to learn from you and to hear your ideas. Thanks.